Coming up on Red Hawk News, Performing Arts put on several exciting shows.
The class of 23 visited Disney World for their senior trip.
And we got to know a little bit more about Mr. Gandolfi in our final teacher feature of the year.
Red Hawk News starts now.
Coming to you from Red Hawk Studios at the Atlantic County Institute of Technology, this is Red Hawk News.
Welcome to today's episode of Red Hawk News, the most trusted source for all things ACIT. I'm Ash Fideli.
And I'm Jaden Ferrer. Photography students took a relaxing field trip to the Cape May Lighthouse and Ocean City Boardwalk. Our reporters were on site for the trip. Students and select members of the ACIT faculty traveled to the edge of the Jersey Shore for one of the most relaxing trips of the year. Photography students, as led by instructors Mr. Christopher Kane and Alyssa Petrella, started their day by visiting Cape May Point State Park and Lighthouse in the morning. Many of the students brought their personal cameras or borrowed one from the class to capture the various sights at the park, including the museum that's filled with turtles, snakes, and samples of the various types of crabs that can be found around the beach. Many also discovered that Cape May used to be home to Battery 223, a military base and gun emplacement during World War II that used to be covered by earth and sod as camouflage, but years of storm and erosion have exposed the installation to create a unique storytelling feature for the park. The group went back onto the buses and headed to the Ocean City Boardwalk for more photo opportunities, lunch, and shopping, as one of the classes that is required to attend events both after school and at night throughout the year, while also designing the yearbook and providing images to Red Hawk Media. This was a well-deserved day of rest. For Red Hawk News, I'm Jaden Ferrer.
All the photos look great. We hope everyone had a wonderful time on the trip.
On May 25th, members of the ACIT Music Department and Club showcased their talents in the pack.
On May 25th, ACIT hosted its annual spring concert. This, like the many past concerts, were full of fun, creative, and beautiful performances. These would include the great orchestral work from the band and the majestic voices in the choir. Let's take a look at the great performances of the night. For the first part of the night, the band performed to several iconic musical numbers. We were also shown great solo acts by Parth Verma and Sophia Cusco. After a brief intermission, the voices of the choir take the stage. All of this came together to be a very entertaining night of music.
The dance department had their annual spring recital, which gave the performers one last chance to show off their skills before the summer.
On Friday, May 12, 2023, the dance program got to show their incredible talent to the school. Energy was in the air, as the night was full of students giving all they have for each dance number. Miss Signer, the teacher who choreographed the dances alongside her students, really made the night one to remember. The 36 dance numbers ranged from jazz, tap, and modern styles. Students could choose to perform as a solo act, duet, or as a group. It was another impressive performance for all involved. For Red Hawk News, I'm Chase Schreiber.
For the first time since the COVID pandemic, students were able to hop on a plane and participate in an epic senior trip to Disney World and Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Our correspondent spoke to a few Red Hawks to learn about their experience.
On Monday, May 15th through the 19th, ACIT 2023 seniors went to Disney World in Orlando, Florida to have one last experience together before they have to leave the nest. After coming back to school, we had the opportunity to interview a few people who went on the trip to hear about their experiences. Here's what they had to say. What is your name?
My name is Cole Pappas.
My name is Mr. Nelson or Coach Nelson, and I teach health and PE.
My name's Gabe. My name's Chaylee.
Javon Reither.
Have you ever gone to Disney before?
No. To be honest, going in, all I really expected was loud and hot. And yes, that line because it's Florida and it's crowded because it's Disney. But it was still really cool to see and see all the characters and see the rides.
Last time I went, I was 6, so I just went with my parents. It's honestly funner with my friends.
I have, but I was like 12, so it was a long time coming. Well, it was very different. I mean, I was 12. I was just so like Disney, because I love Disney characters. I think this time I was extremely excited because it's been exactly 20 years, 12, 32, so 20 years. So I knew a lot of things changed from when I went when I was younger. So I was really excited, especially like be going with like other adults just to experience it as an adult. But yeah, it was very different, but it was just as amazing.
I went when I was younger, like 7, but that's the only time. Yeah, it felt different with my classmates. Also, I'm older now, so I'm gonna remember it better than I did when I was 7. So I think that was cool.
No. Actually, it was actually really fun, especially since I was with my friends. So like I kind of expected it, but that walking part kind of like messed me up. But it was what I imagined. So.
What parks did you go to? Which were your favorite?
So I was able to go to, on the first day, Magic and Epcot, and then the second day we went to Universal, and then the third day I went to Animal Kingdom, then I went to Hollywood Studios, and then I went back to Epcot. But my favorite, can I say all of them? That would be all of them.
I gotta say Universal was the best. I mean, I think that's not saying like the Disney parks aren't good, but I think Universal is more for like an older like age range. It's just like things you can kind of relate to, like Marvel and all that good stuff. So I mean, I had a blast at Universal.
My favorite definitely had to be Islands of Adventure. That's not at Disney, but it was at Universal's.
My favorite park was Universal because it had a lot of roller coasters, more than the Disney parks did. So I had fun with that.
I went to Magic Kingdom. Epcot was fire, and I also went to Hollywood Studios. Well, I think I'm bugging. Yeah. I hated Animal Kingdom. I tried avoiding that trip, and I tried avoiding it as soon as possible.
Is this your first time chaperoning on a class trip? If so, what did you think about this new experience?
Well, I actually went on the senior trip last year to Hershey Park, but Hershey, Disney, like they don't compare at all. So like that was a good experience to kind of get my feet wet a little bit chaperoning, but like this was kind of uncharted territories, just learning on the fly, like how to be responsible for a lot of young students going to a different state and everything. But I mean, it was an awesome experience, and I would definitely go again.
Did you try any new foods or drinks? Which ones were your favorites?
So we were able to get food at the hotel, and so I got some Mickey shaped waffles. The food was really good. Like, it was amazing. I ended up going back there because I'm like, I need more food from there.
I went to Japan in one of the areas, and I tried like Japanese food, so I thought that was good. I don't know if I had any favorites, I don't remember.
This isn't a new food, but the Mickey waffles they had at the hotel were so good. I love them.
I went to Epcot, but I was really just going for plushies. So I didn't get food. I didn't really try any. Oh, I tried crumble cookie. So good. So good. Yeah, crumble cookie.
What was your favorite experience during the trip and why?
My favorite thing that I experienced was my chaperone, Mr. Mahoney. He, when we got to Universal, he joked that we were doing a tour. So he said, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." Then he turned to the microphone on the bus and just rode with his entire like body, like just rode, and it was hilarious.
Definitely going to the pool at the hotel because we were stressed throughout the whole day because we had to go to the hotel and then we were running around all the parks. When we got to the pools, we were relaxed and it was better.
I think actually like being around just doing random stuff as kids was probably the best thing. So
I would say probably just like walking around the parks and seeing like all of our students have smiles on their faces. You know, I mean, like you said, this was the first trip since COVID, so I think all the students that were able to go had a good time, and it was just good as a chaperone to see kids just having smiles on their face at the most magical place on earth. So.
It was such a pleasure to hear about their stories. From Red Hawk News, I'm Gabriella Verwet, signing out.
We'll be right back after this quick break.
Welcome back. The winners of character counts were announced recently for the months of April and May. For April, Raymond Ramirez was nominated for being fearless in the face of academic challenges and has become a leader in his classes. For May, Selvin Rojas was nominated for the dedication to his friends, his work, and his school. Each winner will receive a Wawa gift card. Congratulations from Red Hawk News.
Information about ACIT's upcoming graduation ceremony at Ocean Casino Resort is available on the school's website. Visit www.acitech.org to view details about the venue, when you should arrive, the dress code, and parking. The class of 2023 will visit Ocean Casino Resort today, June 12th, for rehearsal.
Red Hawk News sat with Mr. Gandolfi for our final teacher feature of this year.
Today on Hot Talk, we will be featuring Gary Gandolfi, who teaches algebra here at ACIT. In this interview, Mr. Gandolfi talks about the interesting parts of teaching, along with his life just beyond his profession.
Okay, so I've been teaching here at ACIT for 9 years now, and before that I taught for about a year and a half at Egg Harbor Township High School. I grew up in a big family with a lot of kids, so growing up, I was always kind of helped look after the little ones, and I just always kind of felt like I had a good relationship and worked well with kids. And I, wanted to help kids, help them learn and be there for them. So one of my least favorite moments of teaching was when my first year here, I had a student bring a fish into school, an actual fish that was like a bait fish, like bunker, if you know what that is. And he kept it in his backpack because he was supposed to go crabbing on a Friday, and he brought it into school on Monday. And yeah, it was pretty smelly. So that's one of my least favorite moments about teaching. It's been tiring because my daughter is about a year and a half now, and my son is almost, let me think, numbers, almost 2 months old. So they're both very little, and they like to get up in the nighttime when they shouldn't. So very tiring, but it's also like, it's awesome. Like I wouldn't ask for anything else. I wouldn't change anything. It's one of the greatest experiences I've ever been a part of, so. As far as music goes, I really listen to anything. I listen to hip hop and rap. I listen to rock. I always get asked for some reason if I listen to country, and I used to listen to country a lot. I don't listen to it as much anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty open to any type of music, anything like that. I don't get a lot of time to watch TV. A lot of Coco Melon, if you guys know what Coco Melon is. It's a great kids show. My daughter is a big fan of Finding Nemo, so.
Reporting for Red Hawk Media, this is CC Perez.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow Red Hawk Media on YouTube. Please like and subscribe to receive the latest news from ACIT.
Also, discover more about ACIT in our digital publication, The Pursuit. For the crew and staff at Red Hawk News, have a wonderful summer. We'll see you in September. And remember,
pursue what you love.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.